Hello everyone. If you have a small problem using Augment, here is what I will do if I had that problem. So basically, I will just check everywhere that normally I will check with Augment. Maybe you will learn something, maybe not, but just follow me up and you will understand. First, the extension. You have the release mode and like it's the stable mode, and we have pre-release. Right now I'm the pre-release. So if something goes wrong, maybe I can try to switch to the release mode and to restart the extension right here. So on the stable mode, normally you should have less error or less problems. On the pre-release mode, why you will be there is because you want daily updates, you want the latest feature, you want like see how the release version will look in the future. So the pre-release is there for you. So if you accept to have some error or stuff like that, maybe that's fine to be on the pre-release, but normally you should be on the release mode. Yeah, the version. Just remember that. After that, what we have? We have the settings here. You can check what is selected or what not. So maybe there's something in here that should not be checked or not. So just check all of those configs. Maybe you will see something that it's directly implicating your error. After that, what we can do is just close that one, close the extension. We have outputs here. You can see here like augment, you can select augment. And sometimes there's error here. And when we have the error, you can copy paste as the error. So maybe you will understand quickly, like network error, or this is more user friendly for a developer to see those error than AI telling you what's the error, because sometimes it can hallucinate his own error. So output tab, augment, you will have a lot of information in there. Also, maybe the problem is with your chat history. This is not official, but I do think that it's a good thing to always delete all the older threads. Like you see like this, delete 10 threads, yes. So basically I'm cleaned up. I start a new conversation, brand new, and nothing will. There's a chance that it will go better. Uh, Maybe that's not proven yet, but I do think that if you have many chats and many stuff, and it can get too many context, right? So I feel that having too many chats maybe interfere with the output, but that's not proven, and this is only me. But when I have a problem, I do that. After that, you oftenly use the agent mode. The agent mode have a memory. So something maybe I've put memory for it, it will apply automatically when you do stuff. So basically, maybe if you click on memory, you will see that there's stuff that should not be there. And you can delete them like this. And here we go. Maybe start a new chat and just go on. There's good memories and there's bad memories. You will need to find and clean up yourself. Also, there's a guideline. You have many places that you can set up the guideline, but sometimes you have something like this. Oh, I created a folder, create a view file, augment guidelines. In that guidelines, you can put the rules that you want always to apply every time you do a message. Okay? So basically, if you want always something like always say ho 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 at the beginning of every output. Here it is. I save. Oh, you can also have the automatic save in VS Code here. That is very user friendly and very nice. You don't have to save it yourself every time you type something. You can also have the Git to discard the change you have done. So you see the change. But hello, you will see that it will apply the rules. Ho ho ho! Then you do the thing here. Also, the file that you have open in VS Code is really important because the file that you currently looked, check, it's always included in the context. So the file that you're selected here maybe interfere with something that you want to do. So if an example, if you have the main.py open like this, it's in the context by default. And if you want to do something like work into the library.yaml, basically, if you put the main.py into the context, it can think that he wants to move or change something on that file. If they are not related, not the same page or not related, it can affect the output. So make sure to be selected on the right file here. Or maybe you can just close out. That's not what I will do, but you can close out to make sure that there's nothing in the context. If you don't know where something is in your project and you want Augment to check by himself, close everything. And like if you are a vibe coder, that will be for me what I will do if I was knowing nothing about what I currently do and what the file are and what is a function, what is a method, what is the docs or a main py. Okay, so if you don't have any knowledge about it, maybe closing the file is the good thing for you. After that, if something is wrong with the agent mode, because the agent mode is very different than the chat mode, what I will do is retry into a chat mode. The chat mode will not apply the code. It will suggest you something, but it's working a way different than the agent mode. And you should never underestimate how chat mode powerful is. Okay? I'll tell you, when I have a problem with Augment, I always switch to the chat mode and I try it in chat mode. And like 95% of the time, it solves the problem. Also, another thing, when your chat is very, very long, that you have tons of message in the same chat and you're not speaking about the same subject from the beginning, you should always create a new chat. Okay? You should always click here to create a new chat and speak about a subject. So basically, if you're working on something like a page named pricing page, okay? If you think about the pricing page, you continue on to that chat. But if you're speaking about maybe the premium page, that is not the pricing page, but it's something like behind a paywall or something, it's a different subject in a different page. For me, I will switch to a new chat or a new agent mode. Okay? I will clean and be sure that the previous conversation and the previous error or stuff like that are not in the context of what I'm currently doing. Also, what you can do is checking the setting here. That's different than checking the setting from here. As you see, there's two way and two place for the settings. So that one is different than that one. That one you can connect a native tool like GitHub, Supabase, Jira, Confluence, Notion, Linear. Okay, but you can also put some MCP in it. Like you say the name and the command here, and you add it. Okay, you can put variable. If I have a problem, maybe I will try to deactivate my MCP first, because sometimes the problem is coming from MCP. Even if the tool calling is not about MCP, it can interfere. But if you're not sure about your MCP configuration, that should be checked first. Um, After that, what we have here is we have user guideline. That's the guideline is different than that guideline. So in that guideline, it's for all your project. Okay, right here, user guideline, all the project. Here is for the project specific because the file is into that folder. Also, when I'm opening a project, I'm always opening like the project that I'm currently doing. I'm not opening like the C path. And so I have all the file of my system and too many files. That's not what I will do. I will open one project at a time and work on a project. Here's the context tab. You can also check if the context is fine by this. So you see which file are indexed or not into your project. This is something that you can click to check here, refresh, but it's a real time, what he knows in real time. So this is very important. To remove some of those files to be indexed, you can check the documentation about Augment on how to ignore indexing on some files. That's pretty basic. Normally, if you have a git ignore file, it will ignore that file. Okay, so it will ignore by default everything that is in git ignore file. Is there something else? What this is all I will do if I was you. So one of those steps should solve your problem. Maybe the slow problem. Maybe you think that the augment is less intelligent than it was. If it's less intelligent for you, that's not because that's not because of augment normally, it's because of your context. So maybe something in your memory, something maybe about the augment guideline. Also, maybe you have too much chat here, too much history, or too much chat session into the same chat. There's a lot of stuff that can happen. And with that video, I think that you will everything on your end to investigate that and report to me what was the problem. And if it's not into that video, just tell it to me. It's JSIM on the Augment Discord. It will be a pleasure to check it with you. So that was all. This is all the steps I will do if I was you. Thank you. Bye bye.